And welcome everybody to the Huddle, KGUN9 streaming sports talk show. We come to you on all our digital platforms every Tuesday at this time. I'm KGUN9 sports director Jason Barr, joined by our weekend news anchor, who I work with sometimes, usually on Saturdays, Ryan Fish. Ryan, great that you're filling in for Pat today. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Good to be back. It's always good to be in the huddle, whether it's with you, with Pat, with both of you, and it's
It's
fun.
better
It's
with
fun to
me.
be
Just
talking.
admit it. It's better with me.
Well, better with you. Yeah. Well, I have to say that today because for people who don't know, Jason Barr's birthday today, so we have to acknowledge that, get that out of the way, because this is officially, any debates. If this was a debate show or anything like that, it's not today. But Jason would have to be the winner in all of those because today's the birthday. So
Well,
happy
thank
birthday,
you.
Jason.
Take the speed limit on a lot of highways and subtract 7 or 17, and there you go. There you go. So
Okay.
we're going to talk today. Our special guest is Roadrunners President Bob Hoffman, the president of the Tucson Roadrunners, and he joins us right now here on the Huddle. Bob, Jason Barr at the KGUN9 Studios with Ryan Fish joining me. How are you today?
Hey, Jason. Hey, Ryan. I am doing great today, and happy birthday, Jason.
Thank
Didn't
you very
realize
much.
today was the
Thanks a
big
lot.
day.
So,
Oh, great to hear.
Got to
yeah,
get that out
glad,
there. That's
glad
the
to be
biggest
on.
news of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. That takes the cake.
yes, maybe a little cake later.
That's
Actually,
right.
when I was a little boy, I was so sad on June 21st because you had to wait 364 more days, and now it's like, we can hold off a little on them. So
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
Bob, a lot to unpack today, which is why we wanted to have you. And I think the first, we'll just start with today's news. You're going to have an NHL preseason game, second year in a row. I know you had one a while back, but then I think maybe there were a couple years where you didn't. But you did have one last year, and again coming up here against the Anaheim Ducks. What does it mean to the Roadrunners organization to have an NHL preseason game before the season starts at the Tucson Arena?
Yeah, we're super excited to host that second year in a row, at least, to host that game. As you mentioned, there was one in the past, but I think really it credit to my staff and really the arena and getting everything prepared and ready for the Coyotes last year, because last year was a little different in the fact they couldn't get in to play at Mullet Arena until December. So they really were looking for a spot to play some preseason games in Arizona. We were the only spot that they had. The only game in Arizona last year was down here in Tucson. So this year, that wasn't quite the necessity. There wasn't the need for that game in Arizona. So for them to come knocking again and ask us to host a game, we were super excited. And I think, again, it shows just from the staff standpoint, from the arena, getting everything prepared and ready for them, that we hit it out of the park last year. Had a great crowd. It was an exciting game. And we're happy to replicate that again here this year in early October.
And what is that like for the exposure of the community to the Roadrunners, to your franchise? People here in the desert, here in Tucson, grow up watching the NHL and they'll watch the Coyotes. But now folks, Coyotes fans from the Valley can come down and get a taste of not only Tucson, the city, but also the TCC and your franchise and what the Roadrunners are doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fantastic. It's a great question because we really not only look at Southern Arizona and trying to infect the hockey world down here into to Tucson and the surrounding areas, but we love the prospects of getting hockey fans all across the state. We have hockey fans that come from New Mexico to games, fans that come up from Mexico. So we look to really showcase the downtown and all the great things that are happening, the momentum that's down there, to showcase American Hockey League action. And then, really, it's just a great platform for the prospects of the future and for the young players in the Coyotes organization and the Ducks organization. So be it this year, as they'll be the opponent for the second year in a row, which their affiliates, the San Diego Gulls, which our fans are very aware of them and have a great rivalry with them. So it's really a great opportunity to get some of these young players to play at the National Hockey League level and showcase what they can do for call-ups later in the year, or to make the roster right out of camp, which happens each and every year. Last year, Matias Michelli was a player that had played 2 years ago in Tucson, and we thought was a part of what we were going to do early on last year. But Matias really did unbelievable work in camp last year, had a great game, even had a helper at the game here at the Tucson Arena, had an assist, and made the team right out of camp and was one of the top 5 rookies in the National Hockey League last year. So it's a great showcase for them as well, and for our fans to see those players. You mix in some of those veterans and some of the guys that they're familiar with at the NHL level and folks that they want to see in person. When we had the game several years ago, Shane Doan played in that game, and to have Shane Doan actually skating and playing on Roadrunners ice as a professional athlete was certainly exciting and something we'll always remember.
Bob, is it too much to ask to have an NHL game in Tucson? We talked about, hey, you just wished me a happy birthday. You know what that means? I'm a little older, and that means I remember when the Green Bay Packers would play a home game in Milwaukee.
Yep.
That's a big city, but I also remember the Atlanta Hawks playing an NBA game or two in New Orleans and other situations as well. Since they only seat 5,000, could they have an NHL game at the Tucson Arena, or am I asking too much?
There's a path to anything, really. I mean, you could look at that, and you talked about other markets there and playing in different spots and having a game or two in different locations. I think some of the challenge that runs into a season really falls into the season ticket base, uh, unseating them for a game, falling into the corporate sponsors and how many games that they have, as well as also as any contractual obligations they have there with Mullet Arena. The broadcasting pieces, to the locker rooms, to be able to house an NHL game in Tucson is doable, and something that we'd be able to do. Obviously, we're already doing it at the preseason level, which the NHL is extremely strict and rigid in what they look at. We had to go through numerous checks last season and had them come in to take a look at our operation and at the arena to make sure that we were able to house a game at a professional level and at an NHL level. And so to have it done, we're able to do it, and we're showing that in the preseason games. But in the regular season, I just think there's some more hurdles and logistics that make it a little bit more challenging.
All right, that's fair. No, I got you. I just it just crossed my mind. 5,000 seat arena up there. That maybe they could have a game here and just figure. I hadn't heard that question asked. I just wanted to throw.
I'll tell you this, Jason. I'd welcome it. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and I think the hockey fans in Southern Arizona would enjoy it and see it. I just not sure those logistical challenges can be met to get out of the way.
No, makes sense. Okay, all right. So we'll go to the next one here, and that's how exciting how happy were you for Adin Hill to win a Stanley Cup as goaltender of the Vegas Golden Knights?
Oh, just thrilled. We big part of what we do down here, and we've talked about this since day one, is develop players, develop front office staff members, develop coaches. We want to see them succeed at the highest level possible, and to achieve their goals and have their career have longevity. And for any hockey player, the goal is to get their name on the Stanley Cup, and to have the first Roadrunner player to actually get that opportunity. Adin with Vegas was certainly exciting, and we would have been thrilled for him had he been the third goalie not dressing every game.
Right.
We would have been thrilled for him, but instead he's thrown out there into the limelight, taking over that number one job for the last 3 rounds there, for the last 2.5 rounds of the Stanley Cup tournament, which is a grueling, long 2 months for the team that wins it. It's a second season for sure. You have to win those 16 games against the best competition, and playing each other, a 7-game series, seeing each other night in, night out for those series that he had to go out there and win versus in Edmonton and Connor McDavid and against Dallas. And then, in the finals against Florida. What a credit to him. He was outstanding. He got that recognition nationally that he deserved, and the recognition that we saw he would probably get to one day. We saw those runs here in Tucson, with him going 2 months without losing a game, or going 3-4 games without allowing a goal. When his last time in Tucson was when COVID really reared its head there in the spring of 2020, and at the time, March 11th, the time that the world kind of shut down temporarily there, Adin was on one of the best runs he had ever had with not only the Roadrunners, but in his career, winning, I believe it was 8 out of 9 games and getting us up to first place in the conference and in the division. So he was on one of those runs right then. And unfortunately, we'll never know if a Calder Cup and a Stanley Cup championship would have been in his future. But certainly he puts in the work. He's got the ability, got the talent. And I'm so glad to see that finally come to the national spotlight, and for him to have that opportunity and to capitalize on it.
And not only winning and performing well, obviously, but he had those jaw-dropping moments that I feel like fans will remember as well. The amazing stick save, just one of the many incredible saves that he had that I feel like stick in hockey fans' minds. Like, oh man, that one save really saved the game for them, and they carried on from there. He also got a couple of scuffles there too. Just showed the toughness and the grit too, especially with a team like Florida they were playing, who notoriously that was a big part of their strategy. What does it do for you all as a franchise to have him in the limelight, to have him have that moment, but then also fans we'll go through his history and how he progressed as a player, and then see, you know, where he got his start.
Yeah, no, I think that just kind of, again, you know, kind of solidifies what we're trying to do and trying to develop folks. And, you know, to have him as a big part of our organization from early on, and then to get those opportunities at the National Hockey League level, and then now going and winning the Cup, I think it just sets the tone to show that our coaching staff and our operation here develops players. And he's, you know, certainly the most notable right now with the Stanley Cup win and having the success he had in Vegas. But you know, we've seen the players develop and go on to be 20-goal scorers, and guys that are going to be, you know, that have signed big contracts and will be on the verge of signing big contracts that are former Roadrunners. So I think it's just kind of showing that the process is working. And it's one of those things that, you know, ideally, sure, we'd love to see an Adin Hill or a Connor Garland or a Michael Bunting do great things with the Coyotes. That's what we're ultimately trying to do and trying to develop. But there are other ways to help an organization, and, you know, through trades or through dealing those players for different assets. There are other ways that we can get guys ready for the NHL to where their opportunity may not be up the road with the Coyotes. Maybe that opportunity is in Toronto with the Maple Leafs, or with Vegas there with Adin Hill. But it still doesn't, I don't believe for one second, diminish that those steps and them learning to be a professional and them being trained right out of the gate happen right here in Tucson. And our fans can be proud of that. And I know they are. We see a lot of Hill jerseys every game. We see the Connor Garlands and the Michael Bunting jerseys each and every game. They're always going to remember those times with those players that made such an indelible mark here.
Well, not just that, Adin Hill seemed to have a real special connection with the fans. You see all those pictures on social media, the people posted, fans posted with him, and you mentioned the jerseys. What did you think when you saw those pictures? And hey, Craig Cunningham's the only guy up there in the rafters. Should we have a number 33 up there at the Tucson Arena?
Boy, we certainly could for certain. I mean, the all-time leader in wins for us, in goaltending games played, shutouts. He's done it all as far as goaltending in between the pipes for the Roadrunners. You know, Ivan Prosvetov has had a nice run in the past several years and is close to catching up on that. And you know, for Adin, you know, there are a lot of players we could potentially look at and to see how their careers unfold. But I think down the road, you know, certainly Jason, our ring of fame, if you will, I think we'll have a lot of very distinguished individuals in there.
Well, with that, Jason, do we want to move on and talk about NHL in general as well, with the Coyotes and what their situation is still in Mullet Arena now, but the home ice situation still obviously being figured out?
Yeah, there's certainly you know, some hurdles that are there, but it's something that this organization has fought through, and it's something that the ownership you know, has looked and thought that this is the place they want to be. They have done everything that they can to continue to make their mark in the Valley and have full support of the National Hockey League. So we are under a tremendous ownership group that believes in hockey, believes in community, believes in making the mark here in the state of Arizona. And they're going to do everything they can to do that right here in Arizona. And that's what's being discussed up north. And that's the plans for the future, is to find that permanent home and try to make the Stanley Cup one day find its way to the Valley.
But it's a little more unsettling now, though, isn't it? After the vote went no with Tempe, and now it seemed like there was just some frustration there with Xavier Gutierrez, the Coyotes CEO, and Hartford's coming in and expressing interest. That doesn't seem like a realistic situation
Right.
for this team. But Houston might, you know, if Tillman Fertitta, a mover and shaker there, wants to bring the team there. You know, part of the reason that the Coyotes are here is the Roadrunners are here is because the Coyotes bought the Springfield, Massachusetts team and moved it here, and you guys are under the Coyotes, and being 100 miles away is certainly a huge coup. It certainly would impact the Roadrunners situation if the Coyotes were to move. But on another hand, Bob, that's just not something you can do anything about. It's got to be a little frustrating that here's a situation you can't do anything about. And also, do you see a path now? And what is the path? And we'll ask Xavier Gutierrez this, but what is the path now to this team staying, the Coyotes that is staying in the Valley up there?
Well, you know, I certainly frustration is a good word in the fact of what happened with the vote. I think, you know, obviously the Morello group, our ownership group, you know, Mr. Gutierrez and the rest of them, they had, you know, pretty confident hopes that Tempe was going to be their home. The one thing prior to that road with Tempe was there were other markets up there in the Valley, other areas, other cities and municipalities that were in discussions, and the path that was chosen was the Tempe path. So to re-explore some of those other opportunities, which were very real and ones that have tremendous upside, really takes a little bit of that frustration away from me, because I know that they're going to do the right thing and really exhaust anything and everything they can to keep the team in the Valley, which, as you said, makes it a little easier on the Roadrunners. It's frustrating that it is something that really is out of our hands and what we can't control. But what we can control is just to continue to grow and to continue to put on a great product for our fans down here, and work very closely with the city of Tucson and with Rio Nuevo, and do some of the things that we've done to be a big part of the community. We can control that, and we're going to continue to do that. It's easier, as you said, that it's 100 miles up the road, makes it a little more logical, certainly, but it's not undoable, and it's not something that is a large shock that to have a team that's not 100 miles an hour away. As you remember, when we came here to Tucson, we came from Springfield, Massachusetts. That was the franchise that the Coyotes were partnering with prior to bringing the team, to buying the Springfield team and bringing them to Tucson. So that's, 2-3 time zones away. So it's not unheard of, but certainly that 100 miles makes it a little bit more convenient for sure, and getting guys on call-ups and getting them up and down the road, and really collaborating and working with not only the hockey staff, but the front office staff of the Coyotes.
There is this narrative out there, a lot of it is on social media, that the Coyotes keep running into these roadblocks, and that there may not be a long future for them in the Phoenix market or in Arizona because of the market, and it's just not sustainable for an NHL team. Why, what might people who believe that, what might they be missing when it comes to what the reality is?
Yeah, when I hear that, I tell you, it's funny, because knowing obviously a little more than most on the inside part of it, but also as a sports fan and a hockey fan. I lived in Phoenix for 10 years before I moved down to Tucson. And what the Coyotes do up there is really second to none, from a market to being impactful in their community, and to growing the youth side of sports, and to growing young people getting involved with competition, and being involved with the sport of hockey from all walks of life, from every persuasion. The diversity that the Coyotes have really focused on in the Phoenix area, and the growth from the female game, it's larger than any other market in the U.S. So I do believe that Phoenix, one of the top 10 largest markets in the United States, can easily support a National Hockey League team, and has shown that in the past when the team's had some success and had some runs. I think there's a lot of bad luck that has fallen into place with previous ownership groups. A relationship in Glendale that obviously played out in the media somewhat, so it's not anything that's secretive, that there were some strenuous times in that relationship, and now it's finding where that home is going to be for that sustainable growth, so that those roots can plant even deeper. But I really believe that hockey in Phoenix is a must. The NHL obviously agrees, and is doing everything they can to have that market there. And it's one of those things that, you look back to Los Angeles when they lost football, and the first question day one after LA lost their football team was, when's LA going to get another football team? And I think of that in the Phoenix area, that hockey belongs there. Hockey is growing in these warmer climates and markets. Your Stanley Cup finals just happened with a team from outside of Miami and Vegas. So I do believe that there is that path, and I do think that it'll get done.
Jason Barr, joined by Ryan Fish and our special guest Bob Hoffman, talking about the Roadrunners and the Coyotes. Bob Hoffman, the president of the Tucson Roadrunners, and you guys are hosting the American Hockey League meetings later this week. That caught me a little surprised, Bob, because Tucson's a great place, but in late June, I mean, there's got to be a great lake town in Wisconsin where you do a little fishing, a little cabin, relax in the evening. Why are the league meetings coming to Tucson in late June? And what are some of the big topics you foresee you guys going to be discussing?
Well, it's a great point, and we've had to battle that with the teams coming in to just try to dispel that notion that it's 170 degrees here, and that
it is 170 degrees here.
Oh, it's wonderful here! What a beautiful breeze at night. It's going to be fantastic. But we from day one wanted to be as integral in the league as possible, and have offered this as a destination for referee training camps that we have had here. We've explored the idea of an all-star game in the future. And it was something that we put in for very early on in our membership in the league. And we're actually given the league meetings in the summer of 2020. That obviously changed. And down the road, we've come in now to where we get an opportunity, and excited to host more than 300 members from around the American Hockey League. 31 other teams will be a part of it. Sales and marketing meetings with great panelists. With just great sessions, and a great way to get together and meet your counterparts to learn a little bit. Something that the Iowa Wild may be doing that's fantastic, and a new community initiative we may be able to steal and take and be able to really let that benefit Southern Arizona. And some of the things even that the Roadrunners are proud of. We're presenting on and a nominee for an award in our El Lazo presentation and what we do for marketing campaign for the El Lazo and reaching out to the Hispanic market. And we're excited to talk about some of the things we do that we feel are successful and innovative. And we're certainly going in with an open mind that we can listen and find some new things to do as well that can really benefit our fan base and benefit hockey here in Tucson.
Just wondering if there's anything from previous summer owners meetings that you've seen that you either think, oh, maybe we should incorporate a version of that into when we host, or anything that you could glean from that, or an impact on a city that previously hosted in a previous summer that you hope happens this week here in Tucson.
Well, I think in being at these meetings, 6 different times, each year prior to this, or 5 different times with a cancellation in there. But, I think that it's a great way to just showcase what all the different teams can do. And the format's fairly similar, and there isn't a whole lot of change from some of those things. We are going to take everyone downtown Tucson on Thursday night and let them see what our downtown's all about. We're excited about that. But when it comes to location, the resort we're having this at is the JW Marriott. And I don't know that you can do much better than that. And when you saw some of the other spots that the meetings have been held around the American Hockey League, they did a great job in hosting them. But I think as a destination spot and what our attendees are going to see and enjoy this week, I really think will be unmatched and something that'll set a standard for years to come.
You can share the mariachi band with some of those other teams. For those who don't know, the Sunnyside mariachi band plays before select Tucson Roadrunners home games. It's a big hit. Okay, all right. Let's finish it up, Bob, with the Mosaic, this new ice rink that's coming to Tucson. Everything we hear is that it can't come soon enough. Ryan has done a lot of work on that. Certainly, just talk to everybody about how much the Roadrunners have to share ice time, at the Tucson Arena. With all the different groups who want to play hockey. Certainly you've got the Gem Show and things like that. You've got to go to Phoenix to practice. What's the new ice rink going to do? We know a little bit about what it's going to do for the community and people who want to ice skate, and the new U of A women's hockey team and the U of A hockey team. But what's it going to do for the Roadrunners? Yeah,
that is just a wonderful thing to have here in Tucson, and something that, early on, we really needed that early on and wanted it. And when you look at it from the Roadrunner standpoint, I think the easy thing and what it's going to do for us is just from specifically to our team is give us some ability to practice on times when we might be out of town. Sometimes we have to stretch road trips into longer road trips, which can be expensive, guys away from their own bed. This way we can actually, come back and practice 3 or 4 days in Tucson before heading out for a second leg of a road trip. The Gym Show won't keep us away for 20 days. We'll be able to come back and be in town and be able to practice here. So it's one of those things that I think is going to be really beneficial from the Roadrunner side. But the big piece and the big win for that is just the connection to the community. And you talked about that. It's the way we can grow the game with the limited ice time we have at the Tucson Arena, just due to shows, concerts, family events. It really makes it difficult when you've got a 6-7-year-old that wants to jump on the ice and learn how to skate. There's just some limited capability to be able to do that due to the timing. So we're looking at that as a great opportunity to get many more people in skates, get sticks in their hands. And then it's going to be fantastic, obviously, for the university and the men's team as well as that women's team. And the bigger hockey is in a town, the better it's going to be for the Roadrunners. It's not all about just the Saturday nights that we go out and play and what we can do to draw the crowd. The more interest that all of Tucson has and all of Southern Arizona in the sport is only going to help us.
Yeah, I think everything that I was reporting on last week and the folks I met in the community last week and the week before that really speaks to what you just said. Just to hear the sincere appreciation in people's voices, whether it's a hockey mom I talked to who drove back and forth to Phoenix, 3-4 times a week to take her girl growing up to play on an all-girls team, to the adult hockey, the adult league in town, just for people to potentially have games more frequently and not have to wait until late, weird days, strange hours to have that ice time. There's just such a sincere desire, it seems, from the community here to have that. And also another part of it that they mention is when it's the off season, like right now, it's pretty much impossible to get ice time for these kids. And this will allow year-round ice. I mean, all of those things I think really would make a huge impact.
Yeah, it's going to be a win all the way around. You're exactly right. There can be, we have players that would gladly do summer camps and be able to teach kids a little bit more how to be a little bit better in what they do, how to skate a little bit better, how to play the game a little bit differently. And we're unable to do that, just because of that lack of ability of ice. So I think it's going to be a win all the way around. We're excited to get that here. It can't come soon enough.
All right, Bob Hoffman, thank you so much for joining us here on the Huddle. Really appreciate a few minutes here and a busy week for you with the meetings coming up, and hopefully you guys get some new ideas and share some ones as well. And it's a success, and they don't mind 107-degree heat, and they come back next year. And if they don't come back next year, maybe they come back during the winter meetings. So
they'll be fine. We're gonna have a ball with them. They can jump in the pool. They'll be fine.
There you go. Fantastic. Well, thanks again. Really appreciate it here on the Huddle for a few minutes here. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day, rest of your week.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right, that was Bob Hoffman, and Ryan, you did some reporting down on the Mosaic ice rink, and that was interesting what you had about that family, two families that moved up to Phoenix just because of the ice time.
Yeah, the one family I talked to, the one hockey mom I talked to did not move and just put, she said, 80,000 miles on her minivan and or on her car in 1 year. And at least that's what she said. I'm not sure how much of an exaggeration that really is, because that is a lot of driving. And then two of their family friends ended up leaving and moving to Phoenix for hockey. And the fact that this project would allow families to stay here and still embrace the sport, not feel the need, well, maybe we should just move to Phoenix. I think that is huge to keep folks in Tucson who want to be here. So I'm looking forward to see the progress on that. I know it hasn't even broken ground yet, but there's just still so much excitement. And tentatively, what we hear from the U of A men's coach is that hopefully this fall there's going to be some progress on the building itself. And
we'll end on this. The American Hockey League Calder Cup Game 7 is tonight, right? Hershey against Coachella Valley. A couple of closing thoughts. What we were talking about with Bob when it comes to desert hockey. Well, Game 7 of the Calder Cup final tonight, Hershey at Coachella Valley, and that's a great story. Coachella Valley, the team that knocked Tucson out of the playoffs this year, so that probably stings a little bit for Roadrunners fans. But a great story in the Coachella Valley. That stadium apparently, it's a new team. I believe this is the first or second year that they're even playing. I think it's Seattle's team. Yeah, first of the AHL, and they are really selling that place out and have a huge fan base. I've even heard a friend of mine who lives in Southern California. He has a friend in the Coachella Valley who has become one of those super fans. I mean, there is a real push there, and it's great to see that for an AHL team and in a desert market. And they've made it all the way to Game 7 of the Calder Cup final. So what we saw from Vegas, obviously, it is not a desert hockey problem. It can be done in desert climates, and it can have a huge success. And one of the big key success stories from the Coyotes that we can't lose sight of, Austin Matthews, one of the best players in the NHL, grew up in the Valley, grew up in the Phoenix area, and he became a hockey fan and started playing in the first place because he went to Coyotes games. And if he didn't have that team there, we would never likely have seen his talent play out for the Maple Leafs. Now, he probably would have never started playing had he not been going to those games as a kid. So just that's a really cool success story. He doesn't play for the Coyotes now, but one of the NHL superstars grew up in Phoenix and is playing and is a superstar because of the Coyotes, Shane Doan and the teams of the mid to late aughts up in Phoenix. I love that term, the aughts. All right, Ryan, thank you so much for filling in today for Pat. And really appreciate it. And hope thanks to Bob Hoffman, our guest today. And hope everybody enjoyed the Huddle. And we'll see you right back here at this same time next week. Have a great day, everybody. Happy birthday.